Hi, this is Michael McCollum with Certainty Home Loans. Hope you're doing well. I wanted to run an idea by you that I think could help your business, help buyers in this market that are being dealt a tough blow with prices going up, rates going up. Certainly affordability is sort of the topic of the day, along with rising interest rates. So I was messing around. I want to show you what I found today. I'm located here in Gwinnett County. So I pulled up on Redfin. You guys probably have a lot better way of doing this than I do. But in Redfin, you can go in. And so I had previously checked on this all filters. I forgot how many homes were for sale in Gwinnett, but I filtered it down by scrolling down here to price reductions. So I did price reduced in the last 14 days. And when I did that, I saw that there had been 300 homes with a price reduction just in the last 14 days. And I'm sure that has a lot to do with affordability and maybe some buyers pulling out of the market, feeling a little bit of a softening. So one of the houses I noticed that had been price reduced was this new construction. So I just chose this as an example that I want us to take a look at. So this house originally listed at it's listed now for $638, but you can see here that the price had been lowered by $20,000. So it originally had been on the market at $658. So rather than doing a price reduction, let me show you what might have helped both the buyer and the seller in a win-win situation. So with the use of a seller buy down. So this column here is the original purchase price. It's $658,560. And so you see there's the price, prevailing rate today, $550. You would have a payment of about $43.65 for that mortgage. And that's with 10% down. I just chose that as an example, but all of this would work, no matter type of loan or how much down you really put. So there's the original price. And so what the seller decided to do was said, hey, maybe things are getting a little tight. Let's reduce our sales price. So he came down to $638, $560, $20,000 below. The rate would be the same for a potential buyer. And so that would give them a payment of $42.36. That's $128 less than the original sales price, which is nice. It's $128, but the seller lost $20,000 by doing that. So a better alternative potentially would be to think about a seller buy down where we keep the sales price exactly the same and we buy down the buyer's interest rate with funds from the seller at 4.875. That's about a 2-point buy down. It'd be a little over $11,000. So on the one hand, what they did in the price reduction, they give up $20,000. In this way, their net profit or net sale is $11,000. So they keep $9,000 essentially in their pocket. And then we have a $41.36 payment as opposed to that $43.65. So it's $228 better off. That buyer is $228 cheaper each month than the strategy that they chose through the price reduction. So it's a win-win for the buyer and the seller. The seller keeps prices up and he just converts some of those dollars to a seller buy down to get a lower rate. Just as an add-on, the other thing that is interesting is what would it take to have the same sales or the same price as the $41.36 when you do the seller buy down with the rate? If you have the rate the same, you would have to come all the way down here to $623. You would have to reduce the sales price by $35,000 just to get to the same level of price or of payment savings. So this is a builder situation, but you may have the exact same situation with a listing you have, or maybe you're trying to make an offer and you want to stand out. You could easily price in maybe a seller buy down and win the deal because you're coming in higher. So if I can help you strategize, I think that's what this market calls for. It's not just about being a good loan officer anymore and closing on time and having great products. It's really about thinking strategically of how do we borrow smart, how do we structure deals in a way that's a win-win for all parties. So take a look at this. Give me a call if I can help you out in any way. Thanks so much.